Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. My name is Wyatt Hebert, and this is my Milestone 1 brief overview. To start, I will show you my new action verb is a dash. I'm using a little bit of C++. I'm using Unreal Engine's gameplay ability system, and then the rest, and primarily the most, is done in the visual scripting. Now, as you can see, normal movement for my player, which is actually hard-coded and then given movement functionality in here. And now the dash is using the left the left shift on the keyboard. And as you can see, the whatever direction I last input on my mouse key, he will teleport to. There is a 2-second cooldown, and you can see there is a stamina bar that regens, as well as the cooldown notification slash timer in the middle of the screen. So on the bottom left you'll see, and there's a 2-second cooldown I'm pressing, and I can only use it so often, so frequently. So it's running two systems independently, which I can probably show you if I can get there. I just have to open it up. There's a lot of different things. I also am running one HUD, for example, and then I'm making multiple widgets that then live in this HUD. That way they would be multiplayer ready in the future. That is one small part of this. But if I can get to the abilities, I can open up the dash and quickly show you some stuff. But yeah, so this is how I'm sort of using it. It's referencing a bunch of different things. I'm using cues. I'm using, I'll show you in my system. I'm using effects. I'm using cues. And those both then play into the actual ability. And so I code certain things into those. And then I'm using primarily tags and ways of then calling them. That way it's able to be utilized in multiple characters in the future and just multiple systems. And it just works a lot better where I could make, what do you call it, skill trees and multiple abilities, and just it's a lot more in depth. But as you can see, pretty simple. But this is how I'm committing a certain ability. But when I'm committing a certain ability, I'm also doing two different things. So as you can see, there's like cooldowns, and then there's also a ability cost, and it's just a lot better in the gameplay ability system. And to give an example of the gameplay effect being the dash cooldown, it's more of a data table, and it's just making certain tags to certain things, and then being able to call it. And yeah, I mean, this is a little bit of the code for how I would handle stamina change. Just simple booleans, and then the direction and how I would give the effect or remove the effect, and check if the effect is already being had, if it's greater than, and then to continue the effect on, and yeah, there's just a lot of cool things. But I'm primarily using the gameplay ability system, and I am doing a lot of things in the beginning, which makes it more modular and also multiplayer capable. And I guess I can even show you some of the, it's nothing crazy, but some of the C++ stuff, basic attribute set and how it's being included in it, like the header, and then, just how I'm, like the health attributes, and in other places, like all the different character calling abilities, and the ability system component, which a lot of the things live off of. But I am actually incorporating that into the game and making it more modular for the future, and it just makes it so much more streamlined. And if I didn't do this, you just couldn't do as much with it. So I appreciate you watching. God bless your day.